Okay guys, I just got the first plug out and it looks like I am running a little hot, but not too bad. I drive this car like a maniac, but it's good to put new plugs in. It's really nice to have something to take these plugs out with if you do not have a magnetic plug puller. I found these things to be really helpful. You all have seen these things. These are pretty helpful, but ideally you'd have a magnetic plug puller. And FCP Euro does carry those, and you can buy one off their website. So I would recommend getting one. I didn't get one because I was like, no, I don't need to get one. And these are working pretty well, but it's still nice to have one. It's pretty hot. I mean, but nothing too bad. Let me get a new plug and put them side by side. Probably be helpful to have a new plug, wouldn't it? Here we go. Yeah. These both down here for you. It looks like I didn't lose too much. Yeah. I got these put in probably 20,000 miles ago, which is not that long, but I'll probably have to change these about every 20 now, just because of how hard I drive it. So anyway, there's that. Alright guys, so now we got all the old plugs out. We're going to put in the new plugs, and you're going to need a torque wrench for this. So, I mean, you can get one pretty cheap. This one was like 20 bucks, so not a big deal. If you want to get a nice one, they're expensive. But go ahead and set this to 22 foot-pound torque so we can torque these 6 in. And yeah, so here we go. So I went ahead and put a little bit of this boot protector on the tip here. I know you're supposed to have a spark plug grease, and I just didn't have any on me, so it's going to be the next best thing. Sorry guys. So I'm trying to don't have a tripod here. So anyway, that's what it's going to look like, and then you're going to put each one in with a little bit of that grease on it. And you're going to do it to 22 foot-pound torque. See if we can catch it. There, we're going to take this off. So it's going to be easiest to set it in without that wrench on there. Just kind of hand tighten it. See if it'll go in there. Yep, we're getting it in. There we go. That's about as tight as I can get it by hand. So I'm going to do the rest of the 5 of them by hand, and then I'm going to tighten them up to 22. Alright guys, now that we got the plugs put in, we are going to put in the new coil packs. So on these, I was told that we're just going to rub some of this boot protector, or ideally you would rub on there some spark plug grease, and you're just going to put some of that on there just to make it easy to take out and put back on and on again. So I'm going to put some grease on there, put these in, and get all 6 of these in, and then we'll talk about what to do next. Alright, so guys, I got this first one in. Turns out that that's as far up as it's going to go. You're going to have a little bit of gap there. But that's just, it didn't click, which is unfortunate. The old ones kind of give you a little pop so you know it was in there. These do not, so just be forewarned. Keep pushing in there, pushing it in there, and it's just not, you know, not clicking for you like normal spark plug wires do, or normal coils, or whatever you're using. So I got that on there. Put it in there. There we go. Heard it pop. Alright guys, so now we're putting on some bulb grease, and you're going to want to put that right on top of the coil pack connector part. So not on the actual connectors or in them, just kind of on top of the coil packs themselves where they will connect. And that just makes it easier to, if you take them off again or when you replace them, that they're not just frozen on there or something. Alright, now we are going to reconnect the connection. This should be pretty easy, just kind of line all of them up, and then they should snap back on. Yep, there we go. And you want to make sure you get these on, June bug, and you want to hear them click so that when you pull down on them, they don't come out. You don't want to have a loose connection on here. So that one's good. Let's do this one. Kind of get them set up, and then just kind of work them on there. And then kind of test them. This one's not on. There we go. Now it's on. On. There we go. They're all on. So now that they're all on, we're going to put the screws back on. Remember, that was with our T15 star head. So after these are all set in, just go ahead and put your coolant reservoir, or your overflow, whatever you want to call it, put that back on. That's going to be more difficult now that you can just yank it off. There we go. That's in. Put the screw back in. And now, don't over tighten anything to do with the coolant reservoir. And let me just lose that screw for you there. That was smooth. I could either cut the tape now, go get it and bring it back up and pretend it never happened, or I could just go get it and not mess with the camera. And magic, it came back. No, it's just in the wheel well. Oh, shifted a little bit. I was wondering why. There we go. There we go. That's in. Put this back in. So since I didn't videotape taking it out, I will leave the camera rolling while I take it in. Make sure you hold this tab here in, because it is not connected very well and you will lose it. So kind of just work it in there. Don't be too rough with it. There we go. It's this. Make sure I'm doing it right. Yeah, it goes in that way. These things can be difficult to put in sometimes. I've taken this out numerous times. Just be patient with it. That's probably the best advice I could give. Alright guys, got the air cleaner box put back in. Just to reiterate, we're putting these clamps back in here and here. You're going to clamp the box together from here, and there's a clamp down there. They look just like this. They're pretty easy to install. There's some tongue and groove that goes in there, so make sure you have that aligned right. Now all we're going to do is we're going to put these two pieces back in. This one goes in here. Let me set this here. This one goes in here. There we go. And then this one goes in here. Alright, and then you're just going to line these screw holes up and then just put these two screws back in. Pretty easy. I'm going to put this back together and then we'll see. Alright guys, everything's put back together. Got our new coil packs installed. Got our harness put back, screwed in. Our reservoir is put back together, screw is in there. Air cleaner, the whole unit is put back in, tightened in. Everything's looking pretty good. This hose should go there. There we go. That's look good. See if she fires up. All right. Sounding good. Alright guys, I guess that's all we have for today. I'll put a list of the parts down in the description below, along with the FCP Euro website. If you guys want to get any parts for your Audi, Volkswagen, pretty much any German car they have parts for, but not all of them, but most all of them. I'm going to put the items we put in today and the tools you'll need for that. So I'll give you a nice checklist, because you know, going into it, I bought so many parts and then I know I needed more, so I had to go buy more. So I'll put the whole list out for you guys and let me know what you thought of this video. First video I ever made, so don't be too harsh in the comments, but any constructive criticism would be more than welcome. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Right now I'm just doing things that I have to do around my house anyway. Like next will be fixing the OBD2 on a 96 Maxima, which is going to be fun because it's a lot of rewiring. But anyway, let me know, and I will keep posting videos as often as I can. So, alright guys, have a good one, and make sure to watch the next video of Riding the Clutch.